Haribol everyone, Madhukar Das here, and this is my second invitation to you to join our daily focus sessions, which will last throughout all of 2024. After getting some good feedback and doing a lot of thinking, I'm getting more clarity on how we'll conduct these programs. I'll explain the details later in this video. Our first session will begin at 9 p.m. India time tomorrow, New Year's Eve, which this year is graced by the disappearance tithi of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada. First, I'd like to inform you that we're changing the name from Daily Devotional Journaling to Nurturing the Seed, a daily focus session. That name goes better with the brand of my website and YouTube channel, Vine of Devotion, but more importantly, I want to leave it more open because this program isn't just about journaling. For me, that's what I'll be focused on, and if you like to do that as well, great. But you're equally encouraged to do whatever practice you are inspired to. You can give time to any creative pursuit, like writing poems, drawing, painting, sewing Thakurji outfits, or it could be reading from a devotional book, memorizing verses, studying something, writing a devotional essay, meditating, or it can be anything else. The meaning behind nurturing the seed is that we set our intention, something we want to cultivate. That is the seed we plant. And every day we nourish and nurture and protect it. We protect it by carving out a sacred space of time for it every day. So you can use this program as a good excuse. If someone is trying to distract you from giving time to the daily practice that you set, you could just tell him or her that, I gotta go for this meeting that I signed up for. And then nourish and nurture the seed by giving it attention and focus. Ultimately, the seed that we're trying to nourish is the Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of the vine of devotion, which we are to irrigate every day with the water of Shravan and Kirtan. Like Mahaprabhu instructed to Rupa Goswami, Shravana Kirtana Jale Koroye Sechan. At first, I was thinking to call the group Watering the Seed, but I decided to use the word nurture instead to reserve that term of watering the seed for what Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami. You can use the time to endeavor to directly water the seed of the Bhakti Lata by Kirtan in the form of writing about topics related to Krishna, or Shravan in the form of reading devotional scripture, and that would no doubt be the best use of the time, but I also wanted to keep it more broad and open for people like me who might not be using it toward cultivating a direct limb of bhakti or watering the Bhakti Lata Bij like that. Like, I wouldn't consider the journaling and planning that I'm going to be doing in the sessions direct Shravan and Kirtan. But at the same time, I think what I'll be doing is at least favorable to the cultivation of the Bhakti Lata. And yeah, I seriously need to do something like this for reasons I explained in the previous video. So, nurturing the seed. When we set an intention or a goal for something, then the practice and what we ought to do becomes very clear. So I'm hoping this program will bring that feeling of clarity and purpose, and that it will enable you to give time to something very important to you that you may have not been able to give proper attention to before. By joining this program, you are making it official. You're saying that this particular thing that I've chosen matters, and I'm committed to nurturing it every day. Okay, so now I'll explain the format of the program in greater detail. First, a few minutes before we begin, I'll send out the Zoom and YouTube links in our WhatsApp group, which you'll find on my website, vineofdevotion.com, and you can join whichever of the two you prefer. And then at 9 p.m. India time, and here are the timings in different time zones, the program will start with a 2-minute countdown to give everyone time to gather. And for added accountability, I encourage you during that wait time to write what you intend to cultivate or what you plan to do in that session. You can write it in the chat if you're on Zoom, or you could write it in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Then I'll read a short passage from one of our acharyas, which I'll daily share in the WhatsApp group as well. And yeah, we're going to start out by reading one of the instructions by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's Upadeshavali. So we'll be going through those every day over the next 22 days. So then after we read that, then I'll start one of the videos I prepared of various nature scenes in Navadvip with a big timer that has 3 alarms on it, depending on how much time you want to put in. So there'll be one for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes. So when the first alarm goes off after 20 minutes, if you feel like that's enough for today, you are totally free to just slip out. Otherwise, you can stay for another 10 minutes and wait for that next alarm. Or you can stay till the end for the entire 40 minutes. And then that's it. I'll reread the quotes that we started off with, and we'll offer pranams and call it a day. And we'll see how this program evolves, but this is just the plan for now. Yesterday, a devotee mentioned to me that the timing of this program isn't feasible in his time zone. Now, if the timing doesn't work for you, then of course you could always watch the replay of the session on YouTube at whatever time you like. But still, it's not the same as coming together at the same time to do this. So this devotee came up with the brilliant suggestion of making it possible for others to host additional focus groups like this at times that might work better for those in various parts of the world. Or even the possibility of creating groups tailored for speakers of various languages, such as Spanish. So if anyone is interested in hosting a daily focus session at another time or in a different language, I give you my full support. I may not be able to join, but I can promote it on my website, Vine of Devotion, and provide you all the necessary resources I'm using for this program. It would be my dream if these types of programs gain traction and expand further in our Gaudiya Vaishnav community. Okay, now for my final update. I'm introducing another program to facilitate regular self-assessment and a chance to make adjustments on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis. Maintaining a daily consistent practice is essential for the sadhak, but it is also crucial to dedicate time for deep self-reflection so you can examine neglected areas in your life or identify areas for improvement, allow yourself to change direction if necessary, or maybe recommit to neglected goals. Or if you set the bar too high for yourself, maybe you need to decrease certain practices or maybe increase others. So this new program will give you a chance to do that. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions that the best day for this self-assessment is Ekadashi. Every 2 weeks on Ekadashi, you can seize the chance to start afresh. But if it's more practical for you to do it at the beginning or end of a month, or on a particular day of the week, that also works. I find it really helps to write it all down. And I personally focus on 4 key areas: my sadhan, my health, seva, and relationships and dealings with devotees. Although your areas of focus may differ from mine. The act of putting it all on paper brings clarity. It makes it more concrete. And then if you share what you've written with a friend or well-wishers, it amplifies its impact. I found it creates a stronger sense of commitment. A couple of friends of mine have been sharing with me their self-assessment reports, and that's inspired me to start up this practice again for myself, and it gave me the idea to make a safe, encouraging, non-judgmental space for others to do it as well. So I made a closed Google group where you can post your assessment and your adjustment plan. If you're interested in joining either program, then go to vineofdevotion.com/seed. And you'll find the link to the WhatsApp group where I send the links for the daily focus sessions and also the link for the self-assessment support program. I'm feeling hopeful that by daily giving some attention to the unlimitedly potent instructions of our acharyas, and by making a sacred space of time for a particular sadhan, and by giving support to and taking encouragement from kind-hearted devotees, this 2024 will be an extraordinary year. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to embarking on this journey together. All glories to Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, our Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Sachinandan Gaur Hari, and Jai Shri Radha Govinda, Gopinath Madan Mohan. All glories to the whole community of Vaishnavas, past, present, and future, and my pranams to you. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.